So let me flip my camera again. So as I was just saying, so this is our reception area. So anyone that comes and visits the college is welcomed through into reception. And the ground floor of the building is pretty much all sort of communal areas. We have no teaching on the ground floor. I will take you through. This is our main hall of the college. This is a wonderful communal space that is put to good use. You can see from the flooring and the markings, it's used for sports, it's used for assemblies, for visiting speakers. There's the screen facilities there. The boarding houses will use this space at the weekends and in the evenings to show films and games and lots of boarding activities as well. So it really is a well-used, wonderful space within the college. And I'll just step back slightly and you can see that we have 7 house banners that are up there. Again, every student is in one of our 7 houses, which is a really helps foster that sense of community. But we'll talk more about the houses as we walk around. So I'm just going to walk you from the hall through reception again. I'll just sort of show you, here is our medical centre. We have our matron who is in college every day, who is here to help oversee the health of the students, and she's available for students to make appointments and pop in and talk to. And if anyone needs to see a doctor or any further medical attention, then Dawn will help get all that organised. You can see down here we have photographs from our recent graduation ceremony for our leaving students. And then we walk down here towards the common room. You see we've got our posters here. Point out our student wellbeing ambassadors. We have, there are a number of student leadership opportunities here within the college. Our wellbeing ambassadors are a team of 12 students who help there as a support for our fellow students. We also have a student leadership team, the student council, boarding ambassadors, house captains, lots of different roles and opportunities for students to really get involved and have an influence on organising events and getting their say into student life and how the college is run. In here, just very quickly into our common room. This is a So the common room is a communal space for students if they're having a study period, they're not doing a lesson, that they can relax, do some work, or just spend some time with their friends. And also on the doors here, you can see there are lots of different clubs and activities that run across the college. And we have over 50 clubs, activities, sports, so there's lots happening, something for everybody, and you'll see the various posters around the college as we walk around. So I'm now heading down towards our college dining room. We have a 4-week menu. I'll just zoom in. We're on Wednesday, so let's help you zoom in and see what lunch is today. All of our food is cooked, prepared fresh on site by our catering team. Students get to, the student leadership team, again, they meet with the catering team regularly and have a input into the menus and types of dishes that they would like to see. And we are a completely sort of, most of our boarders are here on a full board basis, so all their meals are included, so they'll have 3 meals a day. And I'm just trying to get my card, and we are a cashless society here, so if you can see, there's my card here. So whenever you sort of go through and take a meal, it's your card that gets swiped. So we'll go through taking from the dining room on the way through. Also just going to point out our boarding board here. Again, we've got some photographs of some of the different activities the boards have been doing. They've been having a wonderful smoothie bike where they can mix up some smoothies, table tennis competitions, Catholics Club have been creative. There's trips out to, there's a trip to Harry Potter World, there's a trip here to a local climbing wall, games night. So really sort of thriving boarding community. So here through in the dining room where we're starting to get ready for lunch. So students will come here, they'll take their tray and walk through and select their food, and then kind of sit down at one of the tables that we have here. And if they don't wish to have the hot meal that's on offer, we do also have a cafe area. Again, the cafe is open all day. Students can just come and get a hot chocolate, coffee, if they just want a snack, or they can come at lunch and get like a hot panini or a sandwich. Again, it's just, everything's just being set up for lunch, but the area, and again, the cafe area is another area where students can sit and look during their lessons and do some quiet work. So from the dining room, I'm going to go through into boarding house. This is Abbey House. So this is the boarding house, which tends to be where our young students will reside. So any students who are age 16 and under will be here in Abbey House. And obviously we also have our other boarding houses of Purbeck House and Tripos Court. So laundry facilities here. So we will launder bedding and towels once a week, but students are responsible for laundering their own clothes, and they will each be given sort of a time slot where their laundry is available for them to come and use. So from here, I wonder, I'm just going to go up to the next floor. Hopefully we won't lose signal as I go through to the stairs. I will. And see across to our other boarding house, which is Purbeck House, which you can see just behind the whole building there. And there is one of our other teaching blocks. So now we'll just... As you can see, I had to use my card. Everyone has card access. So the students will only have access into the area in which the room is, and they don't have access into the boarding house during the day. So this is a girls' floor that we're on now. So the floors are segregated by gender. Hello, I think we lost service there. So I was just saying that we've just entered one of the girls' floors, and the boarding houses are segregated by gender. So I'm just going to bring you now into a typical boarding room. So this is a standard ensuite boarding room within Abbey House. As you can see, there's the bed, there's shelving, there's the notice board desk, a kind of wardrobe with a safe and lots of storage space. There's also additional storage space under the bed, which is a great place where we can keep sort of suitcases, etc. If we look out the window here, this room looks out across, so that's our other building. It's a teaching building that is over the road there, but others also look out across onto the train tracks that's at the back of us here. But all have lovely double glazed soundproof windows. So it's a very sort of quiet area for the students when they're in their rooms. And I'll show you the bathroom. So here, this is again very typical ensuite with toilet, panda basin and shower. Coming out of the boarding room, we'll now come through along this corridor. See, everyone has their names on their doors. We talked about the houses, so every student's in houses, and within their houses I have what's called huddles, and there's a huddle meeting for the students on this floor in Zeus house this evening. And then as we come along, so here is again a student study area. So if students wish to study in groups, they can come in. And this is also the home of Classics Club. So for the club, there could be other students who will be invited into this area and they'll be supervised into the boarding floor. And then as we move along the corridor, we'll come through here, come around to the common room. As you see, we have a jovial is our word of the week day. So again, just encouraging students to improve their English. The house parents will be asking them to come through with different suggestions. Right, we're going to look like this common room's currently being cleaned. Hello. But we'll just sort of quickly show you the common room facilities that are in here. So there's the facilities for students to make themselves sort of light snacks. Obviously, they've got their full meals that are all in the dining room, but should they need something outside of meal times, they can do toast, the cereals, make hot drinks. They've got the fridges here. So again, if they go out and buy something themselves, it can be stored hygienically and safely. And then through within here, we've also got the sort of more relaxing area, students to be, television, ironing boards, having off their clothes. And there's also books and board games to help them relax while they're not studying. Walk through out here, and then here we've got a notice board. So you can see there's always lots of sort of things students know, who to go to if they need any help and support, and sort of other kind of useful information around the local area. So from the boarding house, we're now going to go, and I'll show you some classrooms. So it's as simple as opening this door, and we're now through into one of the corridors, and we're just coming through towards the art department. So these are our art rooms that are just here at the moment, and I can show you some of the amazing artwork on the walls here that our students have been doing. And as you can see, there's an art club that happens on a Thursday through in the art rooms. And if we go, you see there's a class in progress in there, using lots of different techniques that are happening. So if we'll carry on walking along here. So on this floor, we also have some of our science labs. So just here we have a physics lesson that is taking place. And across this way, we have one of our chemistry labs. So I'll just sort of listen to lesson here. So I'm just going to, hello Alex, I'm just doing a virtual tour. I'm just going to come and scan your chemistry lab, if that's okay.
That's my buddy.
Thank you very much. So from the science labs that we have here, all of them are designed for either chemistry, physics or biology. Our biology laboratories are across in our other teaching building, but in this building we have the majority of the physics and the chemistry labs, who, as you can see from the fact that we have the gas taps, etc., there's lots of practical activities that happen with the students, very sort of hands-on, very small classes. So again, if I wander through here, we can see there's a chem in there as well. So I think the size of the lessons that are in there, and then within the departments there's also lots of further information to help you. We've got lots of different events that the chemistry department are advertising their events here. We have a scheme. I'll just turn and talk to you for a minute. We have a scheme that runs here called Abbey Inspires, which is a series of evening lectures which are run by the teachers that will sort of take the learning out of the classroom. So it might take some of the concepts that have been covered in class and take them further and explore how they can be related to different sort of real life situations across sort of businesses, or how science is used more within the professional environment, within, you know, a more sort of medical research, etc. And so they happen across all subjects, every evening, Monday to Friday at 6:30. Another area that we have to help students see how the different subject areas work within sort of looking at universities and career paths as well, is that all of our year 12 students will study what's called the pre-degree diploma. So there'll be a set for students who are interested in law, students who are interested in chemistry, architecture, art related, university paths, career paths, and that is a timetabled area where students really get to carry out their own research project into an area that interests them, with a view to then moving on for further study within that area. So also, while I'm here, I'll just flip back again. We have some sort of English classrooms around here as well. So all of our students who have English as a second language will receive extra English support until they reach an IELTS of level 7. Again, that's timetabled support. It's in the timetable, and that's what the students in this area here are having the extra English. Right, we're going to go onto the stairs again. Hopefully we'll in contact. I'm going to get up to the 3rd floor. I'll just while I'm here, I should just flip back. Hopefully you can see students are just playing basketball. A nice seating area. It's a spring day here in Cambridge today. The temperature is starting to warm up. Quickly walk up the stairs. Check that no signal. Yes, I'll just flip floor. This is the home of the maths department, but it is also home to our music rooms. So if you are interested in playing a musical instrument or wish to have lessons, we can organise individual tuition. We also have different music groups and clubs that happen within this area as well. So I'll just sort of quickly show you within here. You can see we've got our sort of drums and the keyboards and the microphones over there as well. And we have a concert happening in college next week. So we're looking forward to our first live concert for a couple of years due to COVID restrictions. So very much looking forward to seeing the students perform for us all next week. So we're now within the maths department. So again, as you can see, within, just show you some classrooms along the corridor here. Again, as you can see, incredibly small classes, lots of individual attention being brought through for the students. We find an empty classroom that we can just get to find a classroom for us to go in. I can take you into the classroom. You can see maths is a very popular subject. Here we go. So I'll just walk in here now. So this is a very typical classroom here for us with the smart board, the tables and chairs that are here. The other thing that is great about our classrooms is you probably can't see it. The wall looks like shiny, and that's because the students and teachers actually write on the walls, which is great way, especially for maths, because you can really sort of lay your maths problem out and see how it's being solved and break it down. So, and it means you don't have to rub anything out when you get so far. So that's something that I know our students really appreciate being able to do. And then I'll just show you this board here. Part of, especially the maths and sciences, again, taking the subject further than the curriculum, is we do quite a lot of competitions and Olympiads. So you can see here we've been involved in some maths competitions with which we've obtained first place. We do very well in things like the British Maths Olympiad challenges. Again, there's also for science and physics and biology. So lots of opportunities where our students can take the subjects out of the classroom and expand their knowledge even further and use the knowledge that they've got in slightly different environments. So we will come back to the stairs now. Up the stairs. And then from here, so that is going to pretty much conclude the tour here. I'll check we're all still in signal. Yes, we are. Right, so what I am now going to ask is anyone has any questions that they would like to ask me, but I'm also going to flip my camera back and I'm going to come through here into the principal's office and introduce you to Dr. Julian Davis, who is the principal here at Abbey College, Cambridge. So if you have any questions, please post them in the chat function or in the Q&A, and myself and Julian will answer them for you. So let me have a look. Have I got any? I haven't got any questions at the moment. Chat function.
And while Tory is having a look to see if there's any questions, hello, welcome. As Tory said, my name is Dr. Julian Davis. I'm the principal here at Abbey College, Cambridge, and I've been principal for many, many years, actually. I'm delighted to be principal of this amazing college full of fantastic students doing very well in their studies. I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and do put the questions down if you have anything that you'd like to know about the college, what our students do, perhaps how we help them get to universities. We've got a very good track record, I'm sure you know, about helping students get to universities, particularly for the top universities in this country. The G5, for example, about a third of our A-level students go to G5, and most of our A-level students get to Russell Group, which are the top 24 research-led universities in the UK. So, as I said, please do post anything if you have anything you'd like me to answer.
I've got no questions coming in. Hopefully that means I've done a very informative tour and I've answered everyone's questions.
Tori's done a very good job this morning.
So right, well, that's wonderful. So thank you very much for everyone's time. I'll just flip the camera back this way. Thank you very much, Julian. Yes, thank you very much for everyone's time. Obviously, if you do have any questions, you can always either revert back to your agent or email in to your Abbey College Cambridge representative that's been helping you with your applications. But please, do ask any questions that you've got at a later date. We'll be happy to welcome them. And thank you very much for your time this morning. Thank you. Bye-bye.